Um, and I still am. Oh my golly gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I've had been on twice. I'm having a tech overwhelm. Um, and I don't even know how to. Anyway, I'm back. I'm on Facebook and I'm on YouTube and I'm live. I think everything is okay. I've just had problems with going live on Facebook only. Anyway, all good. I'm here. I've got my coffee. If you're popping on, say hello. I did welcome all our new members in the group in the previous live, which didn't work about 10 minutes ago. So if you're new to the group, welcome. It's lovely to have you in the group. I'm Karen Gracie. I'm an off-the-track thoroughbred retrainer, and I specialize in retraining off-the-track thoroughbreds using holistic rehabilitation and compassionate training. I've been working with thoroughbreds in racing for over 17 years. Actually, I've retired a year ago from the industry as track work rider and everything to do with horses. And now I'm full-time off-the-track thoroughbred retraining. And spending most of my time now on the online course and filming the retraining of my beautiful off-the-track thoroughbreds for you guys to be able to follow. So I haven't had a question for this pop in for this Q&A. So what I wanted to talk about is my nightmare with pasture. And my horses, and I know I'm not the only one that's having problems or had problems with pasture related issues with horses. If you don't know me, if you're new, I have been having pasture related issues with my horses for nearly 2 years now. I'm in Australia and I'm down near Canberra, and we have what is called cool season, or the cool season grasses, so C3 grasses, phalaris, ryegrass, a little bit of clover. I have 19 horses, so it's not easy if you have your problems and you have to take them off the pasture. Taking 1, 2, or even 4 horses off pasture is okay. Taking 19 horses off pasture and having to hand feed them is a nightmare. And so it's been a real problem for me. It's been a huge learning curve. I've learned a lot from it, and something that I will be able to share and have started sharing in regards to grass-affected horses, equine nutrition. I'm very passionate about equine nutrition, and I've learned a lot about it, unfortunately, the hard way, particularly with mycotoxins, mineral imbalances, and being caused from pasture. So it's a long story. My issue with pasture has been going over 2 years, but I just wanted to share a recent situation with one of my horses, Snippy, he's been pasture affected before, but he's never been had the issue with head shaking. So head shaking or head flicking is a horrible condition that you will see in horses. It can be caused by a variety of reasons, but quite often it's caused by a nutritional issue, mycotoxins, mineral imbalances, and it's horrible. I've had clients' horses affected by it, one client's horse affected by it. I have had issues with it in the past, years and years ago, not knowing that it was head shaking. And thinking my horse was poor Tommy, actually. He's been one that's been very badly affected by pasture. He's not head shaking at the moment. But I wanted to share a video of Snippy head shaking and how horrible it is. And this particular situation, this is only this week. This is this week and last week, Snippy's been head shaking. He's never done it before. So for some reason, they've been out on the pasture and they come in of a daytime, but for some reason, he's been triggered. Now, this is caused by what's called mycotoxins, this particular situation with Snippy, because he had an amazing transformation over the last few days with the toxin binder that I've given him. But I wanted to, let me just see if I can do this right. see if you can see. I wonder if you can see me and the screen. Can you? I'm not sure. Okay, let me just pop here. So this goes for about 6 minutes.
Hey, Snippies. Hey, darling. Come, bub. I know you've got.
I hope this is filming.
Back up, bub. Come here, bub. Just back up for a moment. Good boy.
I'm not sure how this.
Hey. I know. It's okay, darling. Just wait.
While you're down a little bit, guys. Oh, wait.
I know, sweetie.
That's better. So poor Snippy, you can see here, it's windy, but you can see he's annoyed. He wasn't eating. I'm just wanting to say, God bless Snippy. Snippy's an off-the-track thoroughbred. He was rescued from slaughter. He found himself in Merrimist. He's going to be slaughtered for human consumption. So this is my Snippy Lala, who, with the help of some wonderful people, we fundraised for him and purchased him, and I offered him a home. He's been with me for a few years now. 18, Snippy came to me out of that horrible Shepmeads. But you can see he's sort of turning his head to the side. He was being really distressed. Poor Snippy. And when a head shaking, you'll see they sort of get airplane ears, so their ears sort of stick out. He's got his head to the side, and you'll see it's like this spasmodic.
Hey, darling.
You can see he's not happy. He's got a hay net in front of him. He wasn't able to eat. He nibbled. I mean, the toxin binder that I gave him, and I'm going to ring the company up and say just how wonderful this toxin binder is. I've had it for a while, but this was just a transformation in Snippy. Just want to let you know, Snippy's not like this now. This was this particular one. He's had a few occurrences of it over the last couple of weeks. This was last week, I think. So you see he's got sort of aeroplane ears. His ears are sticking out to the side. He's got his head to the side. He's got head flicking or head shaking is when the trigeminal nerve in the face is firing. It's very painful. The trigeminal nerve, if I'm pronouncing it right, starts at the back of their eyes and goes down into their nose, and it fires. It's like these sharp shooting pains that just keep firing off in their head. This particular situation with Snippy is caused from mycotoxins in the pasture, hence the reason the mycotoxin binder works so well. This video goes for about 6 minutes, and I just want to show you his aeroplane ears. You can see sort of he's not chronically head shaking like that. Have a look at the aeroplane ears. He's got his head to the side. He's trying to, that little head flick that he's doing. And you'll see now he goes over. One of the symptoms of head flicking is nose pressing and head pressing. So you see he's not eating. Most horses will eat their beautiful lucerne hay. He's not eating his hay. He's sort of like he's got little insects hitting his face. Not happy, aeroplane ears. And this just very unhappy look. You can see he's not happy at all. And a head sort of flicking, head shaking. It's like insects are hitting their face. Licking, he's not happy. He's had some, I gave him a bentonite clay actually. See now, another symptom is rubbing their nose on their feet. So if they're the head shaking symptoms, see how he's rubbing his nose on the tree. So the trigeminal nerve in his face is firing off, and it is sharp pains are shooting down his face, a bit like what they call restless leg syndrome in humans. It's horrible. I've had restless leg syndrome.
Snips.
Poor Snippies. And so they head press, they'll nose rub, so they'll rub their noses on their leg. The horses go through, the dogs go through his legs there. He's used to the dogs, but he's obviously not in a good space at the moment. He wasn't eating. He was eating a bit of his hard feed, which was really good because I got the toxin binder into him. flicking. So you watch his nose, and he's putting his head to the side like he's trying to avoid something. So when they say horses are head shaking, it's not as if they're going to stand there and just continually throw their head up and down. It can be all different symptoms. Nose pressing and head pressing is one of them. They'll often might press their head there into a tree or something. You can see his sort of nose, sort of got his nose up here. Horrible seeing him like this. It's horrible. I feel so sorry for them. I hated seeing Snippy like this. And it was frustrating because I tried a couple of different toxin binders. And it's also whether it's mycotoxins or is it a mineral. It can be a few things. It can also be called from magnesium deficiency. But the magnesium deficiencies because of the chronic or the pasture causing some serious mineral imbalances in their diet. So I was, he gets all his minerals and everything, and he's still got head flicking. So it was quite frustrating. Normally the mycotoxins come out in autumn and spring. So we're in summer, though it's not a warm summer. So that's the end of that video there. So that's poor Snippy. I just want to let you know that he's improved a heap. So he's not like that now. I wonder if I can, I'll show you. What's this one? This is another one here. Let me just see if I can work out how to screen. How do I screen share here? Here we go. Yay, I've got it. Okay. This is a much better platform too. So here's our Snippy here, and this was another one. It's only a short one. This is a minute here, but you'll see. Not a happy pair. So I've given him some calcium bentonite clay here, which is supposed to be a toxin binder. It didn't work. It's good for other things, very good for gastric ulceration. But you can see he's sort of pressing his nose against the tree here. Not happy, airplane ears. That little jerky head movements. So that's Snippy there, and I just want to show literally overnight an improvement of him. Let's do that. Oops. Oh, what am I doing here? This is overnight. Look how much he's improved.
Hey, Snippy, you feeling better, Bubba? So my poor little Snippy was been feeling terrible the last few days, or the last sort of week, basically. He was head flicking really badly. And I've got videos previously. So that was even yesterday he was head flicking. And today, and he wasn't eating. So look, today he's eating. He's eating both his feeds, his lunch and his evening feed. He's eating his oat and straw, his Rhodes hay. So much better, hey? He's been looking, his coat's quite dull.
You can see how much he's improved.
All from mycotoxins. So, yeah, and you're much better. Don't windsuck. Having a little windsuck, but that's okay.
He's a windsucker, Snips.
Okay, we're a windsucker, aren't we? Hey, but you're feeling much better, Bub, aren't you? Snippy, Snippy. Snips. Hello, darling. Hey, baby. You're feeling much better, aren't you? I know. Yeah, you eating your hay?
So that's see how better he looked there. So just wanted to share my little issues this week with pasture problems again, and that this particular one was with head shaking or head flicking, and Snippy. It was caused by mycotoxins. So that the product that I use is brilliant. That product that helped him is called Elitox. I don't know what the Elitox is like overseas, but I know in Australia, the Elitox is fantastic and literally improved within the day. So, and overnight, now I noticed if I didn't give it to him twice, like in the morning and then in the evening, it came back slightly. So breaking the dose up into morning and evening feeds, it improved him dramatically. In fact, it completely got rid of it. So very impressed by the mycotoxin Elitox. Mycotoxin binder, and yeah, Snippy's feeling much better. So if your horse is showing some head shaking symptoms, one of the things to look at is it pasture related? Is it mycotoxins in your pasture? I'll talk more in another video about mycotoxins, but yeah, it's they're toxins that certain grasses produce at certain times of the year, and they can severely affect your horse. And head shaking or head flicking is one of them. So wanted to share that. I haven't had any questions pop in, so I might leave the live here. And just to let you know that I do a weekly Q&A on YouTube and in Facebook every Thursday morning, 8 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. And yeah, look, I'd love to see you there. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the live, or you can pop them up beforehand in the Facebook group, either in a post or in the comments when I pop up the reminder for the Q&A, and I'll answer them for you in the live. So I will see you next week in the Q&A, and I'll also see you on YouTube and in the Facebook group. Okay, bye.